find myself talking within myself, especially, coming up on the Chiron and reading, and as we were coming back to it and looking at my chart and knowing that I'm here, I find myself saying, I don't know how to describe this, but there's something, like if I had to position it, it's in the back of my mind, and it's saying, what the truth is, right? It's like, it keeps saying, that it's almost like it's talking to me like, I get it, but there's no reason for you not to.
Sorry cutting you in, but the wound gets healed the moment you walk your realizations, you walk your talk, rather than understanding why people said this. You've already now zeroed in on that, okay, this is what people spoke to me and that is what hurt me, right? But why were they capable of hurting you? Because you were vulnerable. You allowed yourself, your ego was hurt. That is why all the scriptures in the world always talk about looking within and dealing with your ego, surrendering your ego. That is the transcendence. And that is what Chiron tells us, because Chiron, like the way, if you and Kathy were hearing, Chiron orbits between Saturn and Uranus. So Chiron's orbit is very significant, and it helps us understand its astrological archetype as well as the special role it plays on our psyche. See, that's how you can counsel the other person and motivate the other person to come out of that. But first, you have to come out of it so that you don't overcompensate. I also remember when I started my classes, I wanted to put everything in one lecture because I wanted to give everything. Now, I was overcompensating some of the hurts that I felt in my childhood when I was told that, what will you do of your life? I was also like the ugly duckling. I was told by my own mother-in-law that the son was more handsome, and where did he find this dark woman? Because the fair complexion was such a perennial thing here. And I still remember that in spite of being so successful, in spite of my clients being so happy with me, when I started my clients, and I'm sure I used to discuss it with Nadia and, get back to her and ask her, Nadia, and Nadia would say, I think you've crammed everything in. I said, yeah. And I realized I wasn't happy. The second batch of mine, the moment I started, everything was so clear, because today I have overcome that wound and I've stopped overcompensating, and I am there. I have found a difference in my own videos from the earlier to the middle to now. See how your confidence and your self-worth and belief builds in yourself. You knew inside that you had stretched yourself. That is where the burning out happens. When the burning out happens is where the wound becomes all the more aggressive. But when you start enjoying things, and when you enjoy your work, or you're passionate about your work, and you do it in the way that you want it to be done, you will realize that actually you are healed.